Quayo, 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 quayo.
My mother needed some work with Stanley Park in 2005 and 6, so she asked me to come and help, and I've been working with wood since 2005-6, so 12 years. Put a knife in my hand and go, right? And that's the only way you can really teach, is going at the piece of wood, right? And not making a mess, right? And yeah, that she kept a good eye on that. So women were more the caregivers and the ones that passed down the knowledge to the kids and stuff. So what this woman is holding is a world, is representing her, passing the knowledge on to the next generation.
I went to Langara over 20 years ago as a fresh young graduate from high school. Walking the walls of Langara, I felt out of place. I felt like I didn't belong, and I was intimidated by the fact that, I was alone and no one knew me, I knew no one, and actually I left early because of that feeling. And then to go back, 30 odd years later, and as the elder in resident, the connection with the school, reaching out to say that we want to know the history of our school, the land it's located, the relationship with Musqueam. It flourished from there, and now as I look back in 3 years from where I started to where I am now, with the name alone and then what's evolved from the relationship, I'm ecstatic about it.
Henry Charles was the one who gave us the name in January of 2016, Sanewith Laylam, which means House of Teachings in the Hunkaminam language. Henry was a great friend to Langara College and helped build that relationship between the Musqueam people and the college as part of our journey of reconciliation. Henry's passing was a great loss to obviously his family, but to the college and to the community. He was a great man, a humble man. I personally miss him. And I think that having the plaque at the base of the house post is a great way to acknowledge in perpetuity the contribution that Henry made to Langara College in building the relationship between Langara and the Musqueam peoples.
Yeah, it's a red cedar log. It's a couple hundred years old. When I purchased the log, it was 30 feet long, so we cut it down to the sizes we needed in half, and yeah, it's all red cedar here.
We wanted to make sure that the house post would be very visible, that people when they came to Langara would be able to see it. And so we found a spot on the western gate near the reflecting ponds and between the T building and the L building, where people would be able to see the house post prominently displayed and be able to sit at the base of the house post.
On the very earth, if you open up that earth and go down 20 feet, still resides our history, our culture, our teachings of knowing who you are, where you came from in those lands and in those teachings where the school is located. So I can feel that when I walk on the very grounds of Langara, I can still feel our people's presence of the spirit of knowing under that earth resides our history and our culture and our teachings if you open it up.